All right, so I'm going to put a marker in the chat and state that this is Songs of Six. This is a game that was voted for by my Patreon peoples. So at $1 a month or more on Patreon, you can vote on a game at the first of every month. And after that, that's the game that I pick up and play. Last month was Dungeon Mans. The month before was War Sim. Before that was a game I didn't like very much, called Wayward. Now, this is Song of Six, which describes itself as a epic, city-state simulation thing. It's very much based on scale, so unlike most of the other games that I play that are pretty micro in scale, it's like even Dwarf Fortress, it's like 200 dwarves. This thing is like thousands of people. So we're gonna kind of play through the tutorial, which is pretty short. From what I can tell, it's just like some text box to kind of get you pointed in the right direction. And then we're gonna try and play this video game. We'll see how this goes. Now, assuming Twitch doesn't, go offline again and, not allow me to stream, we should be good. You have arrived on a new and promising land, but can you tame it and prove yourself a worthy king? That's very weirdly worded. I feel like it needs another comma in there, but whatever. Single developer, I think, for this. In the end, you'll have to explore the game for yourself, but work is underway to improve this tutorial and flesh out the in-game wiki. Reach through the question mark on the top right, so that's the in-game wiki up there. So I have to make an 8x8 vegetable farm, which is available down here, and plant it somewhere close to fertile soil, which should be pretty easy. The game automatically unpauses, so I'm going to pause it real quick. So it's like WAS to move the camera around. Panning to the edge of the screen doesn't seem to move, although if I hold down middle mouse button, it'll pan in a really weird way. The amount that you can zoom in and out in this game is kind of wild, because it starts off in like, we can see our little dudes here and we can look at them, which was pointed out earlier, like skinny dipping is a stat, which I think is funny. But you can zoom out again and get this screen, zoom out again and get an even further out screen, which has this like funky little magnifier, which I kind of love. And then you can zoom out again and then see the whole map eventually. So the tutorial map always seems to be the same. I don't know what those squares mean, so there's that. But like, holy shit, this is a big map. Like, especially when we go down to this screen, it's like, let's go all the way across this map. I'm getting a little bit of screen tearing, but I don't think it's showing up on the screen, so it's fine. Yeah, there is cannibalism. They added in, like, cannibalism a while ago. Yeah. But, it also, it actually kind of makes me happy because it very much seems like it's more macro management than micromanagement. Like, I don't think, like, if I select these people, I don't think I can, like, give them specific orders. And combat has, like, its own... So the combat, from what I've seen, looks kind of nuts. The combat appears to be, like... how do I word this? Almost Total War-esque in, like, just large scale battles. Like, it's kind of crazy. But anyway, let's build us a agriculture vegetable farm. And they want us to do an 8x8. So I was building one over there, but let's try one down here. Make it a little closer. Music's nice. I will say that. And go! Unpause. Now, Twitch, please let me stay alive. I'm assuming they should be some form of resources, yeah, or like hotspots or hotbeds for resources, but it's not exactly clear. The people kind of look like Wallace and Gromit. They kind of have like the stubby legs and like the longer arms. Looks like they just dropped dead. No, they're like lying down and suntanning. I could speed up time, but I don't know. I like running games like this at slow speed. The combat was a nightmare. I believe that. Yeah. Although lots of the parts of this game look like a nightmare, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I think it still has a demo on Steam, though. So you should go try it if you are curious about trying it. And thanks, everybody, for hanging through the technical difficulty. That shit's frustrating, but we're still here. So huzzah. Gotta love technical difficulties. I don't know what that is. Or where that is. stone. So yeah, download the demo and try it yourself, I would say. I love this screen, though. This is wonderful. I kind of wish that this screen stuck with the kind of brighter tiles look, because I really like this zoom out. Like, it shows the little animals moving around. It reminds me of Supreme Commander is why I like it, I think. You're doing some science? So you're playing Oxygen Not Included? Wallace and Gromit saved it? Really? Oh, huh. Oh, you're playing Dia. Ah, okay. A little bit of wood there. Well, that's interesting. It turns off the construction sounds when you speed it up. That's clever. That is clever. Oh, are we snowing? Curious. First day of spring. Well, it doesn't look like spring. Definitely looks like snowy season. Curious about when they're going to give me another message. I guess once they get this vegetable farm planted. I see green things going in there, meaning I think they're planting stuff. I really hope that, like, the frost isn't going to kill my plants or anything. So I can build buildings. I have wood. So normally I'm very, like, iffy on... There we go. Settling down. On the world map, there's a number of things to look out for when placing desired capital. Climates determine which rooms are available on which farms and pastures. It also indicates what species are plentiful in the region. Species are more or less sensitive to cold and warmth. As a beginner, you should choose a temperate climate in a spot. Okay, fair enough. Food production. Food is an essential part of the city. Without it, subjects will start starving, which can lead to anarchy and death. Fair enough. First priority should be to ensure that enough food is produced and stored at any time. Subjects will look for food for long distances, so make sure you distribute your food over your settlement. Different species have different hunger rates, but most eat one item of food every other day. Okay, so a lot of food. There are different ways of making food. That can be better or worse depending on where you're settling. That sounds fun, subcoats. But sometimes typos like that can be entertaining. Fisheries. Good overall rate. Steady, continuous output. So hunters are phenomenal as long as there's wild game around. Wild game will replenish very slowly, though, so it's not suitable in the long run. Fisheries are good overall, steady and continuous, with output very sustainable if you have water nearby. Look for indicators when placing them. You'll want to place where fish are plentiful. Farms. Farms have different rates of production. Not all farms produce edible resources. Some farms must be placed indoors. What's universal for farms is that most should be placed in high fertility. At high fertility. Fertility is represented through grass in the ground. Thicker and denser greener grass, the more fertility there is. Farms can also be boosted by irrigation and by digging canals adjacent to the farm, or by placing them by water farms. Interesting. Hopefully you guys don't mind me just reading through this, because this is actually very interesting. Pastures. Pastures are at least space efficient. Food producers, but suitable for less fertile terrains. Okay, so pastures are better in less fertile areas. They have a relatively low rate, but apart from food. Okay. Now I'm seeing things like courts, prisons, scaffolds, slavers, haulers, warehouses. All right. Extraction and construction. Stone and wood are the main components of every building. You can quickly harvest some with tools at your disposal. Drag a square over trees or surface boulders. All right, I think that's something we should do. I think these are surface boulders. Let's see what we can do in gathering. Oh, interesting. There's a back button, which is just open the last thing you were working on. That's actually a neat little feature. I like that. Okay, so what do we have here? I think that's construction stuff. Fell tree, clear rock, remove all resources, harvest wild edibles, remove water, dig canal, dig into mountain. Ooh, dwarfy. This is like Dwarf Fortress player plays game that probably has taken some ideas from DF. Let's just see what happens there. Let's just do one thing at a time. Also, if people have suggestions of stuff I should work towards, let me know. I mean, if you really want to have fun, you should like make your alcohol have the same temperature as lava, and then watch your dwarves drink alcohol, because that's always entertaining. I think I should make a few more fields. I'm expecting to have to make a lot of fields. One thing I will say is I don't know about you guys, but I love the look of this game. It reminds me of something from like, this feels like a game that I would have found on like a weird disc that was just copied somewhere in 2009, or not even, like maybe 2005. Oh, interesting. They just like automatically jump over there. Feels very auto-labory. Like I haven't found like a job screen at all. Okay. Very good. That farm will serve us well. You can read more about how farms work in the encyclopedia. To complement the farm, let's build a hunter. This time, don't make it too big. Your construction materials are limited. Build a hunter. Okay. Whoa. I think that was a save. Ooh, an eatery. I want an eatery. Refiners, agriculture, extraction, maybe? Hauler, janitor, trade depot, warehouse. Ah, there we go. Hunter. So it said not too big. So what's too big? Yeah, no, that's the gist that I get from reading the in-game wiki, is that you'll need a ton of fuel. I mean, I've never liked the way RimWorld looks. I've always thought it has a little bit of, yeah, this does look Factorio-esque. I don't know where I need to put this. Is the hunter something I should put in town, or is it something I should put close to, like, animals? Like, it's not too clear of where I should put this. If anybody knows, that's something that I would like as an assistance. Isolation prevents the room to degrade. Wait, what's this? What's this? What's this? There's so many things on the screen. Isolation prevents the room degrade and sound pollution, achieved by surrounding rooms with a few doorways. Depending on species, subjects prefer different shapes of their rooms. Some like it square, others like it organic. Well, that's interesting. Does it have any more information, maybe? Hunters will sneak into the wilderness, stalk and kill prey, and bring back to the butcher for meat and resources. Okay. So it sounds like they just kind of go out. Well, let's try something like this. Let's try that. It's like some games where they spawn. Okay. Construct. This building is inefficient. What? Also, I like this night cycle. This is pretty. I remember this from the demo. I don't know what it means by that is inefficient. So that is efficient. We need a workbench, sure, but I don't know how to build that. This room requires to be built indoors. Is that gonna be our doorway? Auto build walls around room. Okay. Click on the workbench in the menu. Not sure what menu it wants me to click this on. Item, shift room, expand room, type. Because it's not exactly telling me workbench items. It's not exactly telling me Hunter construction menu. I am not seeing what you're telling me to find. Doing my best here. Hold on. Got anything in the wiki? Anything in the wiki? Right above shape in the pop-up window you have open to construct. Remove item, sync room. Where? Like, hold on. Seriously, though, what button? That's a button? Okay. Okay, fair enough. It does not look like a button to me, but we'll pretend that that's a button. I don't know how many of those I'm supposed to put in there, but a little bit finicky, but fair enough. Doesn't look like a UI functionality to me, but thank you for being patient. I think I'll speed up time a little bit. I do like the night lighting, though. It's pretty. I'm waiting for something to just show up and kill all of my people, like, immediately. That's something that I'm very much waiting for. So why are you flickering? Vegetable farm. Employees 1. Activated. Workload 100%. Production 256, whatever that is. Because hell, I don't. I mean, I kind of was hoping that some people would know. Yeah, I'm assuming I need to make stockpiles for all of the boulders that they are gathering. I'm assuming. Because, like, there's the warehouse structure thing. Yeah, that's what it looked. That's what the way it looked like. It's like they will, they can handle 1 worker per workbench. But let's try rebuilding this. Actually, let's fiddle with this a little bit more. How do I remove that? Delete jobs. There we go. Let's try this again. A little bit less fiddly this time. So Hunter. It said not too big, so let's just try 7 by 7. Workbench. Because it seems to be low efficiency. So how do I increase the efficiency? Is it because it's like not close to something? I mean, it certainly seems enjoyable. Looks like I'm making it outdoors. Yeah, it had walls before. There was like an auto walls button. Make it out of wood. I think I can make it out of stone because I've got all that stone there. Let's try building you down here. Yeah, I don't think it wants to be outdoors. Where was the auto walls? There was an auto, like build walls around this building. And now it's stopped doing that for some reason. I guess nope, it's definitely not that. Auto build, there we go. Auto build walls around room. All right, and then door there. Workbench. Let's just put 2 of those in there. I don't know what it actually wants. This is just a kind of a finicky UI, and I've seen nothing like this before. You need to place an auxiliary station to increase efficiency. $82. Huh. Well, now it's got 100% efficiency, so I guess I'll do that. What else am I missing outside of the workbench? Those buttons are very not obvious as buttons. But that's okay. Yeah, looks like they're getting to it. I gave them too many jobs over there, which is fine. Roof, perhaps? I don't know. We'll just let them construct it, and we'll deal with it once they're done constructing it. If I need to add a roof, I'll add a roof. But I have no idea how any of this works, so. Yeah, I think that I need to build walls before I could build a roof. Maybe I could, like, schedule a roof, but. I can also probably delete these jobs. Speed this up a little bit. Yeah, it looks like they're building a roof. At least I'm assuming that's what that is, unless those are walls. You can use plus or minus to change the sizes. Changes the efficiency in the work account. Huh. Man, I think, yeah, that's their little door right there. It looks like they can just run over top of each other, which is nice. Yeah, no, I mean, I like organic looking builds. And if anybody watches me playing DF, like, I do not like building things that don't look organic. It annoys the crap out of me. Shoutouts to this person sleeping in the lake. Or dead in the lake, one of the two. I'm assuming sleeping in the lake. Oh, no, you're skinny dipping. There you go. Living life. What's going on? Twitch just decided to boot us offline a couple times, Dragon Man. But we're you know, trying out this game for the first time. I have no idea if I'm doing anything right. Probably I'm doing everything wrong. But you know, it told me to build a hunter, so I'm building a hunter. Looks like they're working on felling that tree, which is good. It keeps throwing me off that, like, it's, like, WASD movement. Actually using WASD to move stuff around is very perplexing to me. I'm probably out of wood. Probably. Where's that listed? I mean, I told them to chop down trees, so. No, we got plenty of wood. That's all wood in the stockpile. If anything, I think it's like the only people still working are just working on felling that tree, and everybody else seems to just be dozing. I don't think they work 24/7. I mean, maybe they do, but. Wonder what actual temperature that is. Because I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I'm assuming that they're not working on stuff because of time of day. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, because they're getting back to it now. Not a stockpile, it's a lump of resources in your throne room right now. Yeah, no, it's where they start off. It's like your starting resource. So we've got a bunch of vegetables. Green, like inconspicuous green, long green vegetable. We got a bunch of stone and piles of wood. And then also I got all this stone out here that, I just gathered. I'm assuming we need to make these people beds because currently they're just sleeping in their work sites, which is definitely good for people in general, being forced to just sleep outside. I'm also going to just skip ahead of the game a little bit here and make us another vegetable farm, because I was able to make one of those pretty quick, and I should probably have more of those. Just an assumption. It's probably not a bad idea. Oh, did I accidentally delete it? I think I did. Just gonna make another one of those. I don't know what is optimal, but it's always better to have too much food. So yeah, no, they have all the resources there. They just need to build the stuff. I had an offline screen up. Yeah, because Twitch booted me offline. For some reason. Dragon Man. So that we did some troubleshooting, but we seem to be functioning now. Which was full caps fun, I guess. This game seems very chill so far, though. I am enjoying this. This is a little bit twiddly, but I think that's to be expected when it comes to a game like this. A large scale strategy game that's in early access, right? You're gonna run into some twiddly UX. Almost everything in the game requires maintenance in the form of labor, and resources. Without that, structures will decay and lose their efficiency. Nice. Which is why it's time to build a janitor. Objective, build a janitor. Okay, so I never would have figured out that I have to build a janitor to repair things, because janitors clean things. But as somebody who used to work in that industry, I guess that makes sense. Bathhouse, I like this game. Library, guard post, training ground, eatery. Janitor? So I guess I have to put this inside of a building. Cool. Janitors prepare things to get dirty. Yep. That's not where I wanted that. Let's try that again. Kind of wanted that one down. Where was that? Service? I have a question based on the amount that I've played this so far. How come more people haven't been pestering me to play this? This seems really cool. Like, actually, what? Like, I know a few people have asked me if I've tried it, but I don't know. This seems like it has much wider appeal from what I've seen so far. There we go. That's where I wanted to put you. Okay, so are there people working here? No storage, no storage, no storage. Okay. Well, I'm assuming I need a warehouse. Because, yeah, this thing is a thing that I've seen. Was still under development? What, like it's just still too early is what you're saying? Like the fact that I can just make rooms like this, I don't know, this seems real neat. This seems real neat, I don't know. I mean, when I played it, it very much, it felt like when I played the demo way back, it felt like a tech demo. It did, or like a proof of concept. It didn't really feel like a game yet. It didn't really feel like anything outside of a proof of concept. Yeah, no, I mean, just glancing through the recent patches, it's like they've added a ton of stuff. So maybe we just picked a good time to poke this a little bit. Maybe we picked a good time. Also kind of want to make a fishery. So how does fishery work? Need to figure out how that works. This looks fun. It seems chill so far. I just like this game's like ambition for scale. I mean, that's my tiny little base right there. And that's such a big map. Like, holy shit. Like, holy shit. And if you look at the screenshots, the combat looks nuts. I don't know. This is just the tutorial map. Oh, of course. No, I mean, most games have been in development a lot longer than they've been on Steam. I mean, this I've heard rumblings about this game and seen tweets of this game for a couple of years already. And it's probably been in development longer than that, right? Like, I feel like I've been aware of this game since 2018 or 2019, maybe? So I've been aware of it existing in a playable state for about 2 years already. I mean, this is just, it seems like every time you start the tutorial, it gives you the same map, so yes. There's also random maps and custom maps and stuff. Also, looks like they actually went and did hunting. We have some meat there. Cool. Just looking at all the other buildable buildings. Like, that's a good number of workshops. I feel like we need one of these. Like, just somewhere for people to fucking sleep. Oh. Immigration. Your little villagers are now enjoying their stay to a degree that they recommend it to friends, and immigration will spawn when your happiness is over a certain degree. You can have it look at what factors. You can have a look at what factors make up their happiness by clicking on the citizen button in the top right. Okay. By clicking on the citizen button in the top right. And it will give the idea of how to progress later on. To accept the new immigrants, you can do so on the citizen panel, select species, population, or by double-clicking the species panel. Okay. Working on the janitor. So where's the... Trying to figure out what button they were talking about. Oh, right. Also, there's this. Also, there's this. This is the other map. The world map. I don't even know how to get back to where I was. Population 24,000. 21,000, 21,900. How do I get back to where I was? Ah, there we go. Top left, you say? Yeah, but like, which one in the top left? I don't know. It said something about like, hold on. Let's reread that. Can I have a look at what factors make up the... By hitting the citizen button in the top right was what I was looking for. So there is no citizen button in the top right. At least not that I've spotted yet. Year 2000 3D clouds. Yeah, right. To accept the new immigrants, you can do so in the citizen panel. Select species and population, or by double-clicking the species in the panel. Citizen button in the top right. I don't see no citizen button in the top right. There's a settlement button. There's a citizen button in the top left. Yeah, I'm not certain about that. About what button they're talking about. It's like there's the population. Employed, 2 of 2. 2 of 2 people are employed. I need a warehouse, I feel like. I also feel like I need to be accepting citizens because it just told me something about that, but there's no button. So I have no idea what button I'm looking for once again. Environment map. Take a screenshot. Take a super screenshot. The 10 with the +3. Yes, okay, but it states in the message it's in the right. So, like, hold on. I think I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing now. Because all of a sudden now it's like I've clicked on this because there's a little plus down here. Yeah, so now I have 13 citizens. Population 14. There you go. It's gone up. Because I'm clicking on this. So no, it's not in the left. It's talking about this in the right. It's talking about these. Not this. Maybe. Who knows? It's possible. But the game's telling me one thing and chat's telling me something different. So I'm going to go with what the game's telling me. Because what the game's telling me seems to be right. I don't think they forgot to change the text because it is on the right. It's these. So I've got Donedrons, Centaurs, and then Centaurians. Centaurians? They excel at farming, thrive in temperate and warm climates, preferably close to water. They are vegetarians and prefer harmony with structures, which is 13 in my population. And then we have one of these guys. Which are sturdy and stubborn and don't care much for farming, but excel at mining and refinement. So, dwarfs. And cantors are mythical giants. This looks pretty cool indeed. Yeah, it's the Patreon pick. Although this stream is gonna be a lot of fiddling and getting lost in UI and learning stuff. So, yeah, here come my new migrants. Yeah, 4 of them. Which is nice. Gotta get out of this screen. You can set it up to automatically accept citizens. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't do that until I know what I'm doing. But I have a feeling I will fiddle in this screen or on this map until I know what I'm doing and then go, play a real game. Set up the workshop with new species, as in like the Steam workshop with new species? 10,000 microwave. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Exactly. God, it's weird. You click middle mouse button and it just like speeds the camera in that direction. It's such a weird way of controlling the camera, but I'm getting it. Cause like I'm used to just like click to drag, but it's not click to drag. It's click and hold and the screen moves. It's very odd. It's just taking some getting used to is all. Also, like, you know, playing games with the mouse. Blech. Settings? Oh, the settings menu in this game is disappointing, to say the least. Most of it is like a pre-game launcher. Trust me. This is not a setting that I've seen. Yeah, like this is what we have. It's like autosave interval, night brightness. I might actually like increase that to 50%. Gore and blood. Bloody bloodfest. I like this. Okay. Clean, some, indeed, and bloodfest. Give me bloodfest. Particles, bring it. Shadows, more. There we go. Make game pretty. Oh, I mean, arrow keys do nothing on keyboard. It's WASD movement, Diamond Destruct, but it's like WASD moves camera. But I'm used to like moving the mouse to the edge of the screen to move the camera, or like clicking and dragging with the middle mouse button. But instead, it's click and hold to move. Like that's like I know how to move the camera. Moving the camera isn't an issue. It's funny that that's the way they chose to do mouse movement with the camera. It's just a weird way of doing mouse movement. That's all. It's like I don't need you to help me move the camera, Diamond, but it's just that is one of the ways to move the camera, which I think is weird. I just think that's a very strange way of moving it. Control? No. How about this? Stop suggesting other ways to move the mouse. I made a statement and you're just like harping on it repeatedly and it's confusing me now. Let's focus on the matter at hand, which is building this janitor. It looks like they automatically build roofs too, which is nice. If you have the auto roof build thingy turned on. Also, it looks like my food piles are getting lowish. Yeah, so you can fiddle with the camera. There you go. That's perfect. It's like, I appreciate the suggestions. I just don't really understand how it benefits anybody here aside from just like me going, no, that's not how the game's doing the camera. All of those options would have been nicer, but that's not how it's doing them. I do like these little animations. Very simple, but their names are pretty good too. There's like, if I pop this up, you can actually see everybody's names. Rhinos Greenlee. Jurgles Fang Knight. I wonder how old they live. I'm curious about how all of the work stuff works. Oh, the game's really loud. Yeah, I'm running it at 10% volume. Yeah, I guess you could click the minimap, but I hate doing that. Hi, Paul. How are we? Yeah, I don't like clicking minimaps for things. It's not something I've ever really enjoyed doing, to be completely honest. Which is one of the reasons why I'm terrible at RTS games. That's because I don't click on the map to move. Also, I think 50% dark is much better than the 30% dark default. Yeah, still bringing wood in there to get that area built. I'm assuming that resources get listed on here once I have a stockpile. I'm assuming. I will say this, the borderless windowed mode option that they have, I'm watching this guy hunting, provides a lot of screen tearing. Just wondering if it was a thing. Yeah, no, it's definitely a thing. Definitely seems like a thing. But yeah, no, certainly if you want to try this out, there is a demo on Steam, so try that. Because the game is a little bit on the pricey side, but it seems like there's a lot of content here too. Do I have to assign you jobs or anything? One thing that I'm a little bit perplexed by is it seems to be very macro in its job management, and I'm worried about how much I need to be like focusing on individual citizens. Whether or not that's a thing I need to be worried about. Supposedly food is a thing I need to be focused on. Or heavily focused on. Put 2 employees in there, 1 employee in there. How about these farms? I'm wondering if farms produce faster if I put more employees on them. It doesn't seem to require that. Maybe I should make a bigger farm? Because the one thing that I've read and been told by chat now as well is food. Big important. Much big important. So, you know. Also, supposedly you can, like, dig out water. Very good. In order for resources not to spoil, there we go. We need a warehouse. Build one. Build warehouse with at least 8 crates. Okay. I think that's under infrastructure. Yes. With at least 8 crates. Whatever that means. I think we'll use this center section where we cleared all the boulders. It's probably way too big. Ah, crates, I see. Well, I think this is a bit big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I don't know what they can reach and what they can't. 9, 10, 11. Oh, hey, click and drag works. Neat. I immediately regret all of my decisions. We'll see you later, Kravicus. This is probably way too big. Takes 64 stone and 64 wood to build this. I'm gonna put a doorway there. Actually, you know what? Let's just... Can I cancel all of this? Let's try this again. There we go. This seems a little better in shape. Hearing little eating sounds, which is kind of funky. I'm doing well. Or the perfect place to use the plus button to use the to make bigger stats. Yeah, these. Ah. Neat. I don't know how many crates that is. That seems like a lot of crates. I think the click and drag functions is an important thing to use. We'll see what they do. If they make that work, it was cool. It'll be cool. Yeah, no, it certainly seems like much more of a macro management, which I'm way more into than the micro in this kind of a game. I do really like the visuals, though. It's like a lot of people have been talking about how much they love the visuals of Loop Hero. It's like, I kind of liked the visuals of Loop Hero. I really like the visuals of this. This game is beautiful, in my opinion. I love this style of, like, artwork. And I also just love the random fucking skinny dippers. That's funny. Skinny dipping is best skill. Every game needs skinny dipping as a skill. I'm just going to put that out there. No, you can... The click and drag feels like it works. It doesn't really work. It's actually just the click and hold. Trust me. It's actually just the click and hold. It feels like click and drag. It's not click and drag. Yeah, no, totally. This game seems slow. You can speed shit up. I'm just intentionally keeping it slow because it's easier for me to manage shit if it's slow. But if you want it to be fast, you know, speed it up. I like slow. But yeah, if you want stuff to really speed up, speed it up. Out of resources. Oh no, you're out of building materials. That is not true, because there's more lying around outside. Try harvesting some trees and boulders. Yes. That being said, this click mouse movement thing is actually getting a little bit more normal. Fell tree. And it's what? Clear rock. This game is Java? Wait, what? This game's running in Java? Interesting. I knew all of that RuneScape technology would be put to use one day. Are you insinuating something, or was that a typo? Aratel. That's how that's not the most weirdest thing I've ever run into, Diamond. The weirdest thing I ever ran into was when I was playing City State, and then I realized that the game was running in HTML5. That was maybe the weirdest, like, oh, this game's running in what now? Moment I've had. That is the most this game is running on what now moment I've ever had. But yeah, this game does seem very, like, malleable in how you can build your towns. Small, intricate villages with lots of little buildings set up, or, like, you know, as you mentioned, big, giant, open, sprawling castle. Wasn't I building a farm over there, and then I guess I just stopped? There we go. The game is running in CSS. I mean, I don't know about, I don't know if you're just like making statements now, but City State was running in HTML5, which is one of the weirdest realizations of this game is running in what moment I've ever had. It's funny because I was talking earlier about how I was going to keep things running at slow speed, but yeah, I think we'll speed it up. Construction seems to be quite slow. There we go. Let's bring in that other migrant that's requesting. Man, it's hot. Now, is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? I'm assuming it's Celsius. I don't know why, but... With all the torches and such? No, totally. Also, it looks like little roads are forming. Like, I'm seeing little hotbeds where, like, dirt's appearing. So I'm wondering if, like, their pathways are going to get indented in the ground over time. I mean, I always, like... One statistic that I always come back to with games like this, investments are open, chat. If you wish to invest your tickets, exclamation point tickets to see how many you have, and then invest the number you want to invest. Is it fun to just watch? Which is why Dwarf Fortress is so fucking good, is because it's just fun to watch Dwarf Fortress. Like, I can just, like, hang out and watch my dwarves just exist and be entertained for hours. Maybe I have a simple brain, I don't know. But I like, quite literally, that is interesting in Dwarf Fortress. Whereas, like... In RimWorld, it's like less so, but still, it's interesting to just watch them exist. Odd Realm, it's kind of fun to just watch your people run around. Something like Banished, I think it's less fun, which is why it lost me quicker. So if it's fun to just watch the people like be an anthill, then build stone roads. It'll make them move faster. Huge difference. Ooh. Thanks for the tip. I never actually played Rise to Ruins. I think I own it. I want to say I bought it for like $3, but I never actually played Rise to Ruins. I never did. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I own it, though. It's one of those games that I kind of bought and then just never played. A bit too god gamey, tower defensey. I don't know. Watching streams of Rise to Ruins made me not want to play Rise to Ruins. You might have simple brain, but I don't think that's impressive. I see what you did there, Aqua. You're calling me dumb. But I am being entertained watching them construct this. This does feel like a game that like was made a long time ago though, which is cool. I'm totally okay with that. I can see myself running out of this stone deposit though. I wonder if there's I'm assuming there's another way to get stone. I also have a feeling that building towns in this game is going to be like massive central bus stuff. Also, from what I've done, I think, what do you guys think? How much more of this tutorial am I going to need? Or should I just jump into a random game? I'm going to run out of you, Stone. We're going to overuse you and run out of you. That's the problem. I mean, that's why games like Factorio are satisfying. Start a new game, you got it. I mean, like, I think I found most of the UIs that I need to play games, so we're gonna jump out to main menu. I'm gonna take, I'm gonna go take a toilet break, and then we're gonna start a random game. Back in a sec.